Good morning, it's the Scott Mills Breakfast Show.
Why was Scott Mills, one of the BBC's biggest stars, abruptly ousted by the corporation after nearly 30 years of service? 24 hours later, and the BBC is still not revealing why. But today, in a stunning development, the Metropolitan Police released this statement. In December 2016, the Met began an investigation related to allegations of serious sexual offences against a teenage boy, reported to have taken place between 1997 and 2000. A man who was in his 40s at the time was questioned by police under caution in July 2018. The Crown Prosecution Service determined the evidential threshold had not been met to bring charges. The investigation was closed in May 2019. The Met has confirmed that the teenage boy in question was under 16 years old, but tonight it told Channel 4 News they have not received any additional evidence that would support reopening the investigation.
The revelations from the Metropolitan Police raise serious questions both for Scott Mills and the BBC. Mills worked there from 1998 onwards, the same time as the alleged serious sexual offences took place. And he worked there when he was questioned by police about the allegations a decade later in 2018. Did the BBC know about it then? And why has Mills's contract been terminated now? Is it related to these past allegations? Has fresh evidence come to light? Or are there potentially new allegations against him? We simply do not know, and the BBC is not saying.
But we do know the BBC is under extreme pressure after the resignation of another star presenter, Hugh Edwards, who pleaded guilty to making indecent images of children in 2024.
So we brought a lawsuit against them.
And in the midst of a $10 billion lawsuit brought by President Trump against the broadcaster for allegedly misrepresenting his words in a documentary. That led to both the Director General and Head of News stepping down. So could it be that the BBC has acted too quickly before the Mills story broke in the Mirror newspaper?
I think the BBC was caught between a rock and a hard place, and they had promised after recent events that they would act firmly, and the chairman in particular had issued a warning to staff. It's also the last week of the present Director General's tenure, and perhaps he was keen to clear the slate for his successor. I can see all these pressures applying to the BBC. I can understand why it had to take Scott Mills off air. Whether in order to protect its own reputation, it has protected him sufficiently is another matter.
See you tomorrow.
Bye!
See you tomorrow, Scott Mills said last Tuesday as he came off air, seemingly unaware his lifelong career at the BBC was about to come to an abrupt end, with no real explanation so far from his employer or any word from the man himself.